Hydrophobia was the one I was the most concerned about. I was scared of that one. That was my phobia, was just shooting that episode, not because it came first, because we kind of shot them a little out of order, but because of all the water stuff. I mean, you can't really shoot an episode called Hydrophobia without going under the water at some point. Brett checks into Dr. Andover, played by Robert Englund, checks into his clinic, sort of a little cocky and a little smug, thinking he's just going to get in there and get his inheritance and get the hell out of there. We kind of launch into this thing as if we're sort of midstream in a season that we haven't seen before, which is really the only way to do it in this short form, short attention span format, being a web series. But I think it works. I think you check in, you know that he's got a success rate. Little Lucas Till, well, you know, I just blew Lucas's head off in Laid to Rest. But before that, Lucas I found when he was a little kid. He was a 12-year-old kid in Atlanta, and he was in my first film, Lightning Bug. He played my little brother. And Lucas has this really great energy about him. He's been a really talented actor since he was a young kid. And I'm going to take full credit for discovering him, especially, you know, after he gets even more famous than he is now. The great thing is he hasn't forgotten me. And so when I call him and say, hey, come be in my cool little horror stuff, he's always quick to jump in. And I love Lucas, and he was the first person I thought of when we were casting Brett for Hydrophobia. You know, with this, Lucas is at a point in his career where he's really good with drama, and he's really good with, you know, being sort of the cute, sexy little heartthrob that he is. But he was like, I don't know, man, I gotta be scared and stuff. I don't do that too good.
It's really hard for me to act scared because a little bit different.
Okay, we're doing one small guys. We're gonna do this on a continuous move.
It's difficult for me.
So we're gonna. It's difficult.
You know, I would just walk up behind Lucas and, you know, pour water on him and make him horrified of water, and that's how it worked. Essentially, I just went to Lucas, and luckily he's such a, you know, active, agile, gung-ho young man that I just said, will you just, dude, you just take a header and jump off the end of the bathtub into the water yourself a bunch of times? And he was like, yeah, man, I'll do it. So that's how that worked. And you know, we took some precautions. We padded him up. You can actually, yeah, we put elbow pads on him, knee pads on him, and we're real safe about the whole thing. But he loved it. I mean, you know, 19-year-old kid jumping in a bathtub a bunch of times. He thought it was cool.
Okay. Whoa, yeah! What is shit? All right, got it. Let's clean up really quickly. He
does one movie with Jackie Chan, now he wants to do all his own stunts.
Brett's mother is played by Rena Owen, and I had worked with Rena around 2002 or 2003 in Angel, where I made this character for her called Dinza, which is kind of like a rotting corpse of a woman with these wings. She was the keeper of all things lost. I just thought she was such a stellar person and such a great actress, and you know, Rena has the ability to tap into the dark side really well, and I hate to say it, and she'd probably hate me to say it, but she really comes alive under prosthetics. She really knows how to move and over-accentuate prosthetics, and she was the first person I thought of when I thought of Brett's mother, because I said, I wanted to do something very kind of creepy and J-horror with that thing.
Yo, she is freaky looking. Makes it seem so much easier to do.
That's better.
Yeah, that makeup on Rena, the Crazy Mom makeup, was spearheaded by my friend Kenny Myers, who I've worked with on a bunch of projects before. He's, you know, top-notch artist.
Hi, Mom.
You know, and made her this waterlogged, nasty-looking corpse. And one of the first images that I kept thinking of that it would be neat, and this we sort of wrote into to Aaron's script afterwards, which was you know, the feet. And that we achieved by just putting Rena. It was very old school. We achieved it by putting Rena on, you know, a little platform dolly and just having the grips move her around the room as the camera is also rotating, and that worked really well. And then for the tight inserts, you know, here at Almost Human, we just made some nice little silicone feet, and then we dressed them really nice with sloughing skin, and then had the guys pull them around as we shot them, and then the skin would, you know, fall off the feet as we went, and I thought it worked really well. Sometimes old school is the best school.
Yeah, like I thought she was scary before too. Look at her now.
You're gonna see Jim.
Lisa Wilcox was suggested for the part by Robert Englund, and You know, I've gone on record publicly saying that Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the one that Rennie Harlan did, is probably my favorite. And, you know, a favorite of the sequels, at least. Very stylish, and I love that character that she played, Alice. And I thought it was a brilliant idea. As soon as Robert told me that Lisa was available and he had talked to her about the project and that, you know, somewhat interested, I called a meeting with her and had her in here. Let me see how she's holding up. And then she comes in here and she's smoking, for one, and did a fantastic read, and it was just meant to be. We were really lucky to have her, and she really got the, you know, empathy, because she's coming from a place that no one else is in Fear Clinic, which is someone who's been cured and is successful. So you have a little bit of you know, pathos with her as we go along.
With my shades and my Crispies going.